Good morning students, welcome back to the lecture number 3 for the accounting ratios. As in last video I have only completed 2 questions as I promised for 4, but due to the time duration I have reduced that video, and in today's video we will carry forward the same current ratios question. In today's video also I will solve 2 questions for you one by one. So as you know that I have discussed about the current ratios formula. Current ratios formula is current assets upon current liability. Then we have gone with the working capital. Working capital is equal to current assets minus current liability. If in case you have to find current assets, then the formula will be working capital plus current liability. If you want to find current liability, then the formula will be working capital minus current assets. So this much things are to be understood by you for the first topic. In this, make sure that the formula should be understood. After this, we will carry forward with the topic number 2 on the same topic of short-term solvencies. In that, we will study about liquid assets or quick assets or acid-based or acid-based ratio. We will study in next video. Let's begin with the question. Just read the question carefully. Calculate the current ratio from the following. Working capital is 1,50,000. Total liabilities other than shareholders fund 3,25,000. Long-term debts 2,50,000. This much form has been given to you. First thing, you have to find the exact current liability. Let's begin with the current liability concept. Current liabilities is equal to, as we are having a working capital also, total liabilities also been given, and then long-term debentures or long-term debts also been given. So let's begin by calculating current liabilities. It is total, all over total has been given. In that only shareholder is not given, but here it is non-current liability plus current liability is given here. So what we have to do, we have to calculate current liability by making total liabilities minus long term debts. Long term debts is 2,50,000. Whatever the information we are having, just calculating over here. 325,000 minus 25,000. If we minus all these things, we will get the exact answer of 75,000. The current liability will be 75,000. Now we are having working capital also, current liability also, but we do not have current assets. So we have to find current assets also. So let's begin with the working capital formula. Working capital, as we need to find current assets, as I have mentioned, current assets plus working capital plus current liability. Directly we can do current assets is equal to working capital plus current liabilities. We can do directly. So here we will get current assets also. Now, working capital is been mentioned over here 1,50,000. Just write it 1,50,000 plus current liability we have found just now is 75,000. If we add this, we will get current assets as 2,25,000 rupees. So, according to current ratio, we have to find two things, current liability and current assets, and we got both the things. So, let's begin with the formula. Current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liabilities. That is, current assets we have got 2,25,000 upon 75,000. If we cancel all three zeros, 75 ones are 75, 3s are 25. This much has been answered. So answer will be 3 upon 1. In the purest form, we will get 3 raised to 1 as a current ratio. So in this question, it is very easy. Just one thing you need to know, that other than shareholders are being given. So you should be knowing that it is including non-current liabilities and current liabilities. You have to find exact current liabilities. That's why I have mentioned total liabilities minus long-term debts, and then we got the current liability list. Just have a look at this, then we will carry forward with one more question and we will end up the current ratios, solutions and questions. Hope so you have understood this concept. So I'll rub all the things and carry forward with the question number 4. Okay. This question was been asked in 2014. So let's begin with the question and then we will solve out as per the requirements. Here it has been 2 phrases, one is A and one is B. So I'll divide this into 2 parts. I'll solve out all the A contained over here, and then B will be solved out here. So there may be a space problem, so don't worry, I will make it sure that all values should be present over here. So this question was being asked in 2014. So just read first and then we will solve out what it is. The first question is the ratio of current assets and current liability, which is 3 lakh and 2 lakh respectively, is 1.5 raised to 1. The accountant of the firm is interested to maintain the current ratio of 2 raised to 1. An accountant thinks that the 1.5 should be increased by 0.5 and it has to be 2 raised to 1. So what they have decided? They decided to pay off the part of current liability. The amount which has to be paid up, it has to be given by the accountant. So compute the amount of current liability that should be paid, so that current ratio at the level of 2 raised to 1 may be maintained. Here it has been said that you have to find current liability which has to be paid. So we don't have exact figures. So what we will do, we will take the help of suppose. So let's begin with the suppose. Let current liabilities, let the current liabilities to be paid out of current assets, B X. हम लोगों ने इसको डिनोट किया है X के थ्रू. So the X part has been given. Now we have to exactly make the ratio 2 raised to 1. I am not writing formula over here, but making sure that how it has to be written. Here I am writing current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liability. So what we will do here, current ratio we have to maintain 2 raised to 1. So I am writing 2 raised to 1. Now we have an amount of current assets of 3 lakh and liability of 2 lakh. We will do this 3 lakh upon 2 lakh. But we have to find the exact value which has to be paid. So current liability will be paid out of current assets. So what we will do? We will reduce X. If we are paying from assets, it will be reduced from assets, and the liability will also be reduced. So what we will do? We will write over here minus X also. Now what we have to do? We have to generally do cross multiplication. If we do the cross multiplication, the new equation will become as 2x, just going to the form 2 into 2 is equal to 4 lakhs minus 2 multiplied by x is equal to 2x. Therefore 3 lakhs will be remaining as it is because it is value of 1 minus x. What we can do? We can do transferring. What we have to do? This 3 lakh has to be bought over here and 2 has to be going this side. Left hand side and right side. 3 lakhs should be placing on the left hand side and minus 2x has to be gone on the right hand side. So let's begin with this concept. 4 lakh minus, it is plus, here it is plus, then it will become minus as 3 lakh. Correct? Now, here already minus x is being there. We are going the minus to plus. We are doing plus 2x. Plus minus as a basic concept has been given. Here we will get 1 lakh because we are minusing, and then 1 is represented by x. So 1 minus 2 is equal to x. Highest value is on plus side, therefore x will be 1 lakh. That means current liability is to be paid as 1 lakh rupees. This much has to be done in the solution so that we can maintain the ratio of 2 raised to 1. Now we are carry forwarding the concept as second question. In the second question, it has been mentioned that total debts of Ring Gym Limited are 3,90,000. Long-term debts are 3 lakhs, and the working capital is 1,80,000. Here we have to find exactly current ratio. So what we will do? We will start with the current liabilities, then we will find working capital, and then we will do ratio. So let's begin with the current liabilities. Many students think that why current liabilities has been started. Here you can see that total debts and long-term debts. These are the parts of liability. So make sure that the terms which we are using, it has to be written over here. So let's begin with the formula now. Total debts. Total debts is total liability. Total debts minus long-term debts. If we minus this, we will get the current liability for sure. Let's begin with this current liability part. CL is equal to total debt is 3,90,000. I'm writing here 3,90,000 minus 3 lakh is because it is long term 3 lakhs If you minus this, you will get current liability as 90,000 rupees. We have got current liabilities over here. Now what we have to do, we have to apply current assets formula because we need to find current assets. So what we will do, this is your first and this will be second. What we have to do, we have to apply current assets formula. So what we will do, current assets is equal to working capital. Current assets is equal to working capital plus current liability. Okay, we have to find exactly current assets, but working capital is also been given in the question. Working capital is 1,80,000. So I am writing current assets is equal to 1,80,000 plus we have found liability as 90,000. So current assets will be 2,70,000. Okay, this much has been done from the question given. Now we have to find exactly current ratio. So write a formula of current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liability. I am writing short form, you should not. You should go with the full form of current assets and current liability. Current assets is we have found as 2,70,000 upon current liability as 90,000. If we calculate all the things, we will get 3 upon 1. Therefore, current ratio will be 3:1. Just have a look in this. Okay, we have completed our 5 questions batch. In last video we had done 2 and in earlier we had done 1, and in today's video we have completed 2. For current ratio, the maximum questions which can be asked for you and how difficult levels which are being asked for you, I have discussed with you. If you have any question or if you think that the question which is not been possible to understand, just comment in that with the page number or with that question itself. I'll solve out in the board. I'll solve out in board. Don't worry about that. I'll solve out. So, in next video we will study about liquid ratio, and again we will go with the 2-3 questions, not too much now because we don't have that much time to make a span on that. So what we will do, we will discuss 2 or 3 questions in that, and then we will carry forward with the further questions. That's it for today. Thank you.